There we go. There we go. Does that look like it's working this time?
Yes, it's working.
Cool. All right, we had technical difficulties, but we are back, so we will start over just because it's fun like that. Welcome back, everybody, to a beautiful Tuesday evening of drinks and toys. I am here with Mr. Wheezy. How you doing, Wheeze?
I'm doing great. Now we got everything
All right.
working right.
All right, and Johnny, how are you?
Doing fan-freaking-tastic. Super happy to be here tonight. What's up, Joe? Good to see you here.
Fantastic. And just so everybody knows, we are going to be on, transferring over to Spotify. The audio will upload there as well. And listen, we encourage you to come by and watch the show live. A lot of fun stuff happens. As Johnny was trying to say earlier, you will see a lot of my cat's butthole. So that's kind of cool. If you want to get a glimpse, be sure to join the show at random times for a chance to see a cat's ass. Other than that, Weez, you're doing good. Johnny, you're doing good. Johnny, you have a show this week.
Yes, sir. We're going to be at Joe Fest, table 213, right near the entrance. We're super excited to be there, so can't wait.
Very cool. Wish you all the best, man. Hope it's an awesome show. Chris, you're, yeah. For anybody that can't see, Chris has a handle of a handle of a handle pouring into it. Oh, look at that. You have a slightly larger cat in the form of a dog in the back.
Yeah. She's named after a cat, though. So, just saying.
That's good. So, yeah, bless
Johnny.
you. So as I was trying to say earlier, what I've noticed is I was getting a bunch of notifications for all kinds of new figures and new kinds of crazy stuff coming out.
Which is weird because, it's 2-3 weeks before San Diego. I'm surprised, there's so much things popping down all of a sudden.
I kind of think it's weird, too. And maybe I don't know, man. It's the time of year. It's like the dead of summer. I don't ever remember having that many notifications for things. But I feel like every time I turn around, somebody's like, hey, did you see this? Did you see this? And some of it might be we forgot about shit. And people are just, bringing it up again. So it feels like it's new.
Kind of, because you figure some of the NECA stuff they showed at Toy Fair, like the figure, but now they have the official announcement they've been doing because the pre-orders are coming up next week or some shit.
I could see that, but I'm getting Transformers notifications from TF Source, which I don't normally get. Not for that, you know what I mean? What I usually get is, hey, this is up for pre-order, but not con exclusives. But in any case, we'll get to all that. But just to throw it out there, I don't know if anybody saw. And again, if you were on earlier, not trying to regurgitate, but we were having technical difficulties. So Target was doing buy two, get one free NECA figures. Has anybody proved if that, or figured out if that's true or not, or proved it? Or
I saw somebody mention it in a group yesterday. And then today I saw somebody post a picture of the sign that said, NECA / Kid Robot, buy two, get one free. So sure.
Kid Robot would be sick because their shit is expensive.
I mean, that's NECA.
The Kid Robot plushies, those I'm saying, not the figures. So, but if I could get Kid Robot, some of the plushies I'd want to get for a way better price, that would be the time. I mean, I paid stupid amount of money for Kodos. I think I bought some weird shit for Damien or Gianna or whatever, but they make the best plushies. They're just stupidly overpriced. And if I could get some of those for, cheaper, that'd be great. Or if they let you mix and match, I don't know.
I don't see why they wouldn't allow you the same company, and the sign says NECA or Kid Robot. So
yeah, it's Target, you know what I mean? But I would hope that they would honor it and it would be cool because I could see that too. I could see me going and get a plush and then getting two figures or something, you know what I mean? Although there's nothing I want right now, that would be the time. Honestly, this would be the time to go, whoever you're missing in your horror figures, or, if there's somebody you wanted to start, let's say it's hey, I don't have any of the leather faces and I wanted to go start doing that, now would be the time. You could save money with that. I actually thought about that, but I'm not that big of a fan of Friday the 13th.
I was going to say, of Texas Chainsaw?
No. Sorry, I'm my brain is going faster than my mouth is letting happen, but giggity. And but I'll circle back to that in a minute because there was a really badass figure on NECA's website for the video game that I want to go talk about. But first things first, man. These
you know what, that Evil Dead 2-pack I passed on a while ago when we were at Target.
Okay.
If it's still there, I may circle back and get that and some other smaller horror stuff that I've been
See,
wanting.
what I run to is that last week also Target had the 10 off 40 or 20 off 75 or whatever the fucking.
And I didn't take advantage of it like an idiot.
I tried, but I walk in, there ain't shit there I want. Like, I'll find one fucking thing. Like, okay, cool, one thing for $20 isn't gonna help me break 40 to get $10 off. Like, I couldn't find anything, not even anything to like just try and help me justify with the savings. I was like, fuck it, and I left. 2 different Targets, and between the two of them, I only found one thing. I'm like, this is.
Did you, Tony? Did you ever circle back for those Simpsons figures?
No, the Treehouse of Horror.
Yeah.
Were they on clearance at your store?
No, are they already on clearance for you?
So at one of my Targets, it's Burns in the Coffin, Vampire Burns.
That one's been out for a while.
Yeah, it's that one, and then Homer, like partially covered in green paint, like he's hulking out, kind of. Both of those, they're clearanced out for like $15.
I might have you go get those.
Yeah, that's actually a really good price on those.
Yeah, I actually was not even remotely interested in buying them, but then when I saw this new wave that has Bart as the fly, like we were talking, and it comes with the little Bart fly, and
I want the little Bart and the little Marge.
It's crazy, yeah. And then they have like the little Marge for the Homer as King Kong, and I'm like, that's so cool. So yeah, I might have you swing back through if you don't mind and grab those two because the price point is perfect.
Yeah, I'll check tomorrow.
But I can't. I wanted to, but not for $25 a piece, man. I'm like, ugh. For something that's gonna sit in a box. I know it sounds stupid, me of all people saying that, but for something that's gonna sit in a box that is not very big, I don't know. I just couldn't see the $25. It didn't make sense to me.
How many of those NECA figures do you have that aren't open? Better.
So anyway, as we go forward, for those that cannot see on Spotify, I am the king of shit in a box. I don't open anything, and if I do, I have to look away, or I have quadruples or something of it. But everything in my house and my collection is 99% in a box. It looks really cool if you like boxes, but
yeah, if you like living in a retail store, yeah, it looks great.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, I'm sure there's moths and weird insects that I don't know about because there's so much cardboard in the house.
Roaches do love them some cardboard.
I get sprayed giggity inside and out, dude. So I've yet to see anything other than 1 or 2 palmetto bugs, and that's the way I'd like to keep it. So
yeah, that's Florida. That's
well, I mean, if you're seeing a palmetto bug, your cats aren't doing their job.
I have seen my cats. I've seen Raven full on eat a spider, like not even second guess it, just like ooh crunchy, and full on just eat the thing.
Respect to that cat.
She's wild ass cat, man.
Like, you know what Leo does? He sees a palmetto bug, he'll just meow at it, and he'll look at us, and so we know, like, all right, I'll go take care of this.
He's got his paws out, like, do you not see this? Nobody's gonna take care of this.
Yeah, so he's meowing like, hey, you guys need to take care of this.
Yeah,
but if it's a lizard or a spider, like, it's all of a sudden it's a toy.
Like Nala, palmetto bugs, Nala doesn't give a crap about. But if it's a fly, she'll chase and hunt the fly around the entire house, and she won't stop until it's dead. So even if we kill it, we have to kill it and then like show it to her, like, here's the dead body, and she smells it, and then she goes and lays down. Like, okay, cool, it's gone.
Oh my god! All right, so to double back, the Target thing. I hope somebody finds out whether or not it's real. But so these turtle statue Playmates blind box, I don't know what the hell you call them, but Playmates is doing this like blind box thing where you have the ability to get either they're almost turtle colors. So like with the original, the way. Hold on, you're shaking your head already. You didn't even let me finish. So when they did a couple different ones. There's all silver ones that are supposed to be like the white turtles, like when they're all white, comic book style. Chris, I swear to God. And then there's the gold ones, which are going to be like the super duper chases or what have you. They're all going to have colored bandanas. And then you've got the Playmates color ones. It's like Playmate Metallics. So whatever color the turtles were, like in their original 10 back, figure colors, they basically did a metallic version of them. And they're basically statues. They're already they're already set posed. And
They are. I thought they were just normal 5 POA.
no, it's just a set pose. They're almost like statues. That's the best way to describe them.
Do you remember back in the 90s, they released a Leonardo? Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. I'm going to shut the fuck up.
Please continue.
No. So the Leonardo came out back in the 90s. It's a golden, like a trophy. It's a.
Wait, Leo came out in the 90s?
I mean, yeah, he's ahead of his time.
The 90s were wild.
But yeah, so it was. I know it was gold. It had like a brown base that stood on everything. So I just assumed that these were like paying homage to those because they never released the other 3 turtles, right? That's why you get the 4 gold ones. The silver ones, I just thought it was because you have gold, you also have silver. I never thought that they would be because they were supposed to be like the white versions. Cool though, if that's what it's supposed to be. But I don't remember. Do they have all the red bandanas?
Yeah.
So
the bandanas are colored.
Okay, so that's whack. And then the other ones, yeah, the other ones are like just different shades of green, and Donnie's like a shade of like diarrhea brown.
Yeah, it's bad.
Let's see if we can find
I will
these
admit the golden
colors.
one does look kind of cool.
Yeah,
The
so
silver ones look cool. The green ones look weird. And the green ones don't
I'll
even look
share
bad except for
screen.
Donatello.
I keep hitting the wrong button. Hang on one sec. Let me share the screen here. And
because the green ones remind me of the Michelangelo Metalhead.
Yeah,
like that Mikey color. I mean,
Donnie?
Weezy's 100% right. So the Metalhead, where Mikey was Metalhead, that's 100% the color he was.
Yeah.
And that is about as close to what Donnie would have been as you could see. Leo, I don't really know. The Raphael is spot on.
Well, yeah, Leo was always the brightest green, so that makes sense.
Yeah, they're cool. I just don't care. I guess the problem I have is the more I see them, the more I keep thinking I may want them, even though I keep saying I don't want them.
But see, my thing is that even right there, it says San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. So there's no word that these will be available online in stores. According to the releases, they're Comic-Con. So can you imagine the rarity of these shits? You're going to go to Comic-Con, so you have to wait in line to grab these things, and then you don't know what you're going to get. They're blind boxing Comic-Con exclusive.
They're hot boxing Comic-Con exclusives?
Yes.
Nice.
Let's go with that. No,
I'm with you, man. I think it's one of those things where, I mean, hell, it's no different than the NECA pack that you have. Your white set is fake.
Whoa, no.
Your NECA turtle set.
No, my white ones are real.
You had a set painted though, didn't you?
That was a real set.
Now I'm lost.
I have 2 sets of black and whites. I bought them in 2008 when they came out.
Okay.
2009, I had one of the black and white sets. I sent it to a guy, and he custom painted them to be the colors of the original toys.
Okay, all right, I got you. So yeah, but so you have the real black and white set, which is like, if I'm not mistaken, you guys tell me if I'm wrong, but last I looked, weren't they going for something like $1,400 for that set?
Yeah. I'm not exactly happy that I opened these, but I did. So I've enjoyed them. So I just live with that thought.
Yeah, they're not. They're not
one
cheap
of the
at all.
boxes I got, it was even signed by Eastman.
Oh God.
I mean, you could buy his autograph for $1.50 these days, but yeah.
Ugh,
I still have the boxes though. They're in the closet. I have the boxes. I didn't get rid of them, but.
So I don't know if loose in a box, right? Because that's really what they would be. But loose in a box, I got to figure they still pull $800-900.
Yeah, no, people still sell them loose without a box for high coin.
Yeah, so the value's there, but like to your point, I could see this set being one of those things where you'd have to buy the case, right? And having that case, it's one of those things where people wouldn't open it. They'd just be like, I have the set.
Well, I haven't read, like I said, it's going to be a Comic-Con exclusive. There might not be, like, when you're thinking like a case, it's a case of 12, right? Like your blockies come in a case of like 12 or 14 or whatever. If these are just a Comic-Con item, they might just be a big-ass brown shipper box full that they just grab and hand you out of. You know what I'm saying?
So like,
because there's not a retail box.
You mean instead of being a case of 12 within that box?
Yeah, it might just be a big ass shipper box maybe hold like 69 of them. Or yeah.
My God, dude. I wonder how much they'd be then.
No, I don't think they'll sell them by the case. They'll probably sell it individually so people don't fucking run out and scalp them. Because most
Man,
Comic Con tables, they limit like 1 or 2 items per person.
God, do you know what those gold ones would be worth if you had a full set then?
That's what I'm saying. How hard it's going to
Ugh,
be to actually get, especially the ultra rares. If
that's
anything,
nauseating.
Turtles right now goes up in value after Comic Con, it's going to be those fucking gold and silver ones.
And all the NECA shit will still be free. Sorry, NECA. No faith, man. You guys just keep letting us down. So yeah, so there's that with the turtle thing, and then there's the you actually showed it today. There's the freaking a new My Pet Monster.
I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that. I need that in my life.
Isn't it like a
Wait,
sports My Pet
do you have a
Monster?
picture of it to pull up?
Yeah. So last year they did the Comic Con My Pet Monster, and I got that one because I had a My Pet Monster as a kid. So I was like, all right, cool, got it. And then, well, 2-3 months ago, I was talking to my mother, and my mother's like, "Oh, you had one of those stuffed monsters. You love that thing. You used to wear its football helmet everywhere." I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, they came with a football helmet." I'm like, "Son of a bitch, I
Memory
had that
unlocked.
one. Fuck, I just remember having the monster. I remember I had the fucking football one." So now the Comic Con exclusive this year is the football My Pet Monster. So I'm like, now I need to get that fucking.
It's loading. You got to be patient. There's the website that has the My Pet Monster. It has Mask. It has everything on here that came out for.
Loyal subjects.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna give it a second to load,
But yeah, so that's a must-have. I haven't read to see if it's going to be the same size as the one they released last year because they're smaller than the originals, or if they've actually gone and they're going to make it the 1-to-1 proper scale as the original.
I think they realize how easy it is for people to get like fooled as far as comparison for the the real one and the newer one. So they might just keep it in that scale. Also, because the other one, just consistency
Which is perfectly
purposes.
fine. But
Yeah.
you'd also think that'd be one of those things like when the Playmates has done like all the remakes of the Turtle stuff. Like they made little small changes so you couldn't put it with the original stuff. Obviously, if you don't know what you're buying, you're just, oh, look, I think I like Turtles. I don't know shit about it. I'm just going to buy it. You can get fooled into it, right? But if you know what you're buying, you should really be able to tell because you should know your fucking collection and your hobby. So I don't know. But
Because I've already seen instances at shows where people are like, "Oh yeah, man, that's the legit original one," and I'm like,
yeah, yeah.
I don't get in between vendors and their what they're doing, whether I agree with it or not. So I was literally witnessing this guy, you
I
know,
can pre-order that bitch now. Fuck. God
ooh,
damn it.
for
hey,
$60.
that's not bad for that either.
No,
I know. I
That looks
thought it
so
was just an
cool.
announcement. I didn't realize like I would have fucking ordered it already. All right, let's watch Wheezy make another bad financial decision in his life. Like,
better you than me.
That is so cool. Speaking of, I don't know if you guys seen. There's this guy that takes like the bootlegs and makes customs, right? So he buys like the bootleg critters and shit like that, and he makes customs out of those and the bootleg like little mad balls. And so he made a bunch of like My Pet Monsters out of those.
but there's a guy who makes like movie quality critters, which is like the one I have back here.
Mm-hmm.
And he does the same thing. He makes a My Pet Monster version, and that thing is insane.
Yeah,
That thing is sick.
all I know is like this. It looks really amazing, and I want to buy both versions that he has of them.
So
I
I
want to
dig
get
the
the
My
Mad
Pet
Ball
Monster
and
thing.
the critter.
I wish I would have gotten on the first My Pet Monster though when it came out. So this is the
no.
this
I
is
don't
the
think
loyal
I don't think
subjects.
it's that hard to find though, is it? As far
I
as
don't know.
getting it?
Tony, you can get on their website right now. There's a thing that says 2025 convention exclusives 50% off. So you can order the original one
Oh, I'll order it for 50% off.
any purchase of the 2026 convention exclusives. So if you
I'd
buy
still
For real?
yeah, so if you buy
yeah,
the
that's a
2026, you
no-brainer.
can get the original, the 2025.
There you go. Wait, so what site is that on? Which one's
Little
that?
Subjects, their website.
Yeah, like on their actual website.
Just like their normal site. Okay.
So this is the hologram hologram mask Condor, or excuse me, Thunderhawk. The Condor's being made too, but they're doing a badass job, man. I'll give away all just subjects for this one. It looks cool. It looks like the schematic from the movie, or from the show, I should say, and the way it's the grid work and whatever. So it's pretty cool. I'll probably get it to go along with the mask toys I already have. I did not buy the Black Series ones they made, where they took the entire first run and they made them all in black also. Black and gold. I didn't see the reason for that. I am excited for Series 2, though. Wave 2 is coming in July, and it's going to have, well, these ones right here. I mean, you have to be a fan, I guess, but July 7th. And these were all great toys, man. I mean, this was a cool wave. You know, I had it as a kid. And just Jackhammer's just one of the coolest toys, and these ones all have blast effects, so really excited. Real mask toys are just too expensive. I can't justify buying vintage ones. You know, it's hard to find good loose ones that aren't destroyed. Their plastics were just so damn brittle, and they had all these crazy mechanisms and shit, so stuff was broken all the time. So it's hard to even justify buying those loose vintage. I'd rather just have a reproduction at this point, which actually we're going to bring up in a little bit. But it's fun watching you guys spend money, and it's not me.
Well, mine's done. Here, John, I just want to show you real quick because you're talking about the Krites. Wrong button. Where the fuck's share? There we go. Share.
Did you see the Hellboy Gremlin I sent you?
I saw the quick thing of it. That girl, that woman that makes those, does amazing work. She also does like a Predator one.
I love the Predator one she did.
The thing was badass. Oh, man.
This is. Now I'll admit that the guy, his price is a lot cheaper, but the quality is definitely different. You can tell it's like the bootleg style.
Yeah, no, this guy, he does like amazing work. But yeah, so really, he makes them. A little
more. I want to see that. Man, that's holy crap!
Wow, look at the fly, dude! Holy shit!
Now I know, like, here's the thing: this is a lot pricier, but for me, this would be like a definitive thing to have, or especially something different to have in a collection. So
yeah, that's why I got the one. Price. That's why I got the one Gremlin or the one Critter. I was like, $150. It's like a definitive life-size fucking critter. I'm good. Don't need another one. Then he started making the My Pet Monster versions in different colors. And if you contact them, you can even get custom colors done that you'd want in different color eyes and shit.
Oh, man. All right.
But he does them in small batches. Like if you follow his Instagram, he'll put up like, all right, I got, I'm making this many. Who wants them? Put your orders in, and then you have to order them on the spot.
Come on, man. Already?
Butthole.
It's the cat's ass, Mr. Postman.
Order confirmed because I have a problem.
Unbelievable. I'll jump on there in a minute. So, yes. What the hell else did I had something else. I think I was on Toy Arc today. And that's not what started it. Obviously, like I said, everybody's been sharing shit to me. But
you're talking about that Gremlin, the Mogwai.
The Hellboy one?
Yeah, that chick does all kinds, and her works is like insane. But yeah, they bootleg her stuff on AliExpress.
Dude, it's impressive. To say the least, that thing was impressive. I mean, I don't know how the hell she does it, but
she does a Terminator one, like it's half fucking the face is showing, like it's
some seriously wild talent. That's for sure. I don't know, but so one of the other figures that got announced for pre-order right now from NECA's website is for Jason from Friday the 13th, the game. And what do you give me a gang signs?
They showed two from the game.
So I only saw the one. So are you talking about the 8-bit game? Because I'm talking about the
Jason Universe.
There was a survival game, a horror survival game that was made for PlayStation, and that's the one that I saw get released. I did not see a second figure. It doesn't mean there isn't one. I just didn't see it.
He's basically he's like almost all black with like fucking flames and shit coming out of his eye. Like it's like Jason in hell. Like it's Jason from Hell version.
I'll have to look. I'm gonna pull it up either way.
Yeah. He's something in the game. I haven't played the game to know exactly what it is, but it's created by fucking who created it? God damn it, Savini.
Tom Savini.
Yeah, I believe he's the one who created it.
So the one I'm talking about from the games, like he's not burnt or anything, but they did a freaking awesome job. Like it's a really good version of Zombie Jason.
So what they've
like,
run into, just so you have like clarification or background on it, they've run into a licensing issue with the movies. So they've been battling back and forth. But because the video game, all these different versions of Jason were in the video game, they got clearance to make the video game figures. So now they're trying to make all the other versions of Jason they haven't made yet, but they're putting them under the video game title because they're in the video game, but they're based off the movie version. So like the box is going to be video game. It won't be for the specific movie it's from because there's like a legality there. Yeah.
So I'm waiting for, I don't know what is going on. Man, I've got some like seriously crazy lag going on when it comes to websites today. I'm wondering if it's because my computer must be doing an update and I just don't know it. Yeah, so just to describe the figure a little bit while I'm waiting for the damn thing to load. So it's an awesome version of the zombie version of Jason where he's got like the bony fingers. He's got like, the one eyeball that's like drooped down and stuff. Like it's good. It looks really, really good. To the point where I'm sitting here going, damn, I think I kind of need that figure. And I don't have any other, like, I don't even think I have Art the Clown. I have the Crow, and I have all of the, I have Sam, I think.
What kind of horror fan are you?
And I have all Universal monsters.
Especially for a completist. This is really weird to hear.
I apologize.
Especially when we're trying to start like a horror cast. Like, he's like, yeah, I don't really have much.
There's so many figures, man. I don't even want to get into that rabbit hole. So like I just never did. I didn't start buying them. I mean, I like them. They're cool, but I don't know. It hasn't been enough for me to buy them.
Hey, you know what? Losers make excuses. Get on it. You need to catch up.
It's like, oh, I want to get into the Ben Cooper kids.
I bought the turtle ones. At this point, it would be cheaper for me to do the NECA than the Ben Cooper kids, probably. Probably. I could select the horror NECA.
You know what's crazy? If you go up to Toy Federation, they actually have a bunch of loose ones for pretty decent prices.
You can
get away with just getting started there.
I can't do the loosies. That would drive me nuts. So, yeah. So let me see if I can get
That does look good.
I mean, now this isn't obviously the zombie phase.
Yeah, but that's when he becomes a Deadite.
Yeah, this is just Jason. But I mean, look at the hands. There you go. Look at that, man.
Oh, yeah.
That face sculpt is just awesome. And that grabbed me. Like the spirit grabbed me. As soon as I saw that image, I'm like, I gotta pre-order this fucking thing.
It's gonna haunt me for a minute.
Dude, if they would do a leather face this kind of justice, I'd buy one also. But they never do it.
Faces they've done some dope leather faces.
But they don't do him without the mask. He's always got the mask on. Yeah.
No. I'm trying to remember him without the mask.
So he has a messed up face when he takes off the mask too. It's not like this.
Taking off the mask.
Yeah, it's not like this. It's not like this. It's not like this. But yeah,
it's not like that.
This. But I mean, this awesome, dude. I mean, he's even got the lines on the side of the head where the mask was tied on. I mean, it's just done so damn well. Yeah, I'm.
Wait. Can you zoom in a little bit? Look at the detail, though. The sculpting detail on his shirt.
I can't go any further.
Like the fiber detail, you can see that, like where it's from the shoulder and the arm.
Yeah, the stitching almost.
Yeah, that's.
But like, and this is
really
I know
nice.
It's from the video game, but what movie is based on? 8?
9.
So that's.
But I mean, look at even the belt looks like leather. I don't know if you guys can really see that detail.
And the one before
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I was saying if you can zoom in more, because you can see the detail from here on this image.
But the one before this was Jason Goes to Hell, right?
Jason Goes to Hell was like.
Or was that the last one?
Actually, I thought 6 was Jason Goes to Hell, but hold on.
If
Joe was here, he would just Google it.
I started last one. Joe hopped in real quick. He's probably streaming, playing video games, getting fucking like tips and shit from people.
Let's see. Friday the 13th. Movies in order.
So Jason Goes to Hell is 9. Okay.
It is number 9. You're right. That's weird.
Because that makes
You're not
sense. Because
usually right.
remember,
Do
Jason
you
Goes
really
to
need
Hell.
to tell him he's right again?
Because Jason Goes to Hell doesn't. That's when he gets blown up, and like he loses his body.
In the very beginning.
Yeah, and then like it's the whole thing of him like taking over other people's bodies throughout the whole thing, and then eventually he comes out in Jason form. Then his mask is dragged to hell by Freddy.
I still have never seen Jason Takes Manhattan.
You got to. It's fun. It's a stupid movie, but it's fun.
The boxing
it's a lot of
scene
fun.
is ridiculous.
Say boxing scene.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out. I still Jason X is by far one of my favorites.
That's the only one I'm waiting for. Like they haven't made Uber Jason yet. I need an Uber Jason.
So, did you watch the short clip I sent you about Jason? I don't want to get too far off, but we have to talk about this now. About Jason X battling T-800s.
Yes. I did watch that.
I really feel like we should save this for your show, but I absolutely yes, I could totally see that being a thing because Jason X, he doesn't feel pain, right? He
would decimate.
That's what I'm saying. Like they wouldn't kill him unless they tried to blow him up, but he's basically indestructible. So I just can only imagine of him like fighting Terminators and they're like, what's going on? Like, why isn't he dying? Everybody else is dying. We can't get him to die. And he's just, like you said, he's just decimating these freaking skeletons or whatever. Like,
and all he has is he's doing it with an axe. Doesn't have any guns. He's just murking them with an axe.
It's probably one of the best videos I've seen, dude. And I totally can get behind it. I'm just like, God, now I want to see this so bad.
But Tony, on that same site where you're looking at the that Jason, did you see the other one, the other video game one?
The only thing I saw was the Hatchet. I didn't see another Jason. But
Jason,
it doesn't mean it's not there.
The idea is supposed to be like if Jason, because Jason Goes to Hell. It's supposed to be if Jason kind of returned from hell. It's in the video game, and what he would look like coming from hell.
Da, 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 da. Circus Afro, polka dot, polka.
Well, no.
It's going to take a minute to load because, again, I don't know what the hell it is with the NECA website, but it's going to take a minute.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
Yes. I'm going to pull it up, and we can stop, like, talking about... Oh, never mind. Just kidding. So is it the latest, or just Friday the 13th in general?
Probably just Friday the 13th. Because, like, they just put the announcement up a couple days ago for it. Like, they showed it off at Toy Fair, and I think Comic-Con last year, but they did the official announcement a couple days ago, so it should be on their website.
Well, I've got it loading now. It hasn't shown up yet. There we go. There we go.
But it's
So
it's a monster.
Yeah, it's the game part 8. You're right. I'm waiting for it to load. So I wonder why Friday the 13th Ultimate Part 2 Jason is $37 and the others are $29.
Because they're older? Is the ones that came out before, they just haven't sold them?
The game ones? No, the game one's a brand new pre-order.
You said it's Part 2, right?
Yeah, all these are pre-orders, actually. Well, that could be... It doesn't mean anything, actually. That could just be when it came out, I guess. It's loading. It's definitely NECA's website, because everything else is loaded quickly, so it's just NECA and their high-quality pictures. So we'll pull that up in a second.
In a minute.
So, does anybody have anything they want to throw out there before I bring up like one of the main subjects for tonight?
I got
actually,
much faster.
Tony, have you seen the Rattler Transformer?
No,
it's a third party.
That's the figure, Chris?
That's the figure.
That's badass.
It's supposed to be like, it's supposed to be like as if he came from hell, like he escaped hell. This is what he would be.
Yeah, it would have to be, because the only time I've seen anything like that where Jason had a 3-prong trident or whatever you want to call it was, I think, the third one, where he's chasing some chick through every movie, but chasing her, and
I was like, wait a minute.
He throws it and it catches her and she drowns like in a puddle or some shit.
Well, yeah,
I think it's the third one. I don't know.
but you know, she trips
I
because
do have to
bitches be
say though, I
tripping.
love the scene with
So,
the harpoon gun,
Maybe it's the harpoon gun. Maybe that's what I'm thinking about.
possibly.
and he does
But
the
yeah,
walk
so if I remember
where he
correctly,
walks away.
that design was by Savini, and the idea was supposed to be like because Freddy took him to hell, and then Jason basically like, from my understanding, like beats or destroys hell and leaves. He escapes hell,
That sounds like
and
Jason.
that's what he's got now. He's got the fucking Triton that he most likely stole from like the devil. Like like this is what I'm using now. Here we are. Let's
And he's
go to
back in
battle.
Manhattan. So if I can get this other game one to load, this face sculpt, you're right, is awesome. Like super awesome. Is he playing Mortal Kombat?
Yes.
Maybe. Or with himself, one or the other.
Come on, NECA! NECA, please.
Whoa, you better pronounce
I
that a
put a
little
hard
harder
C
next
on
time.
that.
It sounded real bad at first.
There's a hard C.
You should have heard him on Juneteenth.
My God.
On what?
Nope.
You
Nope.
said on GTA?
I'm not. Listen, I might as well just screen share those European knockoff Ghostbuster figures.
Just for the love of God, don't. If you're listening and you're curious, you know what? There's a thing called Google. Go look it up yourself.
So those
Yeah.
things have those have been around for a while, and amongst the Ghostbuster community, it is a joke about those. Like there's podcasts that start off calling themselves chasers, and so like it's not like a new oh my god, like it's been around, and people in the Ghostbuster world do know about it. They're highly sought after if you can find it. So
Yeah, they're expensive little bootlegs, which is
Yep.
insane. You know, like it's crazy. Some bootlegs that they're actually really decent quality, and you're like, hey, it's not bad pricing for these. And then there's other ones that are just because I think what was it, $3,000 for that
For a
set?
loose set.
Loose
An open
set
loose set.
of those.
and it's weird because like as a kid, when you got something like that was a bootleg, and there's ones that are like obvious bootlegs. Like you can tell it's a piece of shit. Like you didn't want that thing. Like, all right, it's
I
shitty.
feel like you're getting ready to justify the name, Chris.
No. Like you're like these things fucking suck. But then like now as adults, people will try collect like fucking bootleg shit, like it's the holy grail of shit to buy. Like it's mind boggling how much people spend on fucking knockoff bootlegs. Some fucking toy that was made in the basement of some fucking house in Mexico. Like
It's crazy because I mean, growing up, we got a lot of bootlegs. When we were living, especially when we were living in Miami. You know that big flea market there.
Yes.
All right.
That's called immigration.
That was like the weekend thing. Saturday we go there, right? And it's like, okay, one of the only times you really could get a Transformer, but it wasn't a real Transformer. It was always a bootleg or a GoBot.
Are you talking about the one in Opalaka?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Jamaicans that they're always grilling meat out there, like when you head to the outside.
Tony likes his meat grilled.
Yeah, he does.
It's a weird thing to say. So I'm going to pull up my screen. So this is the one you're talking
I
about.
tripped
Lewis.
at my bootleg word.
This one?
Uh-huh.
This is the one you're talking about?
The fuck is that?
What do you mean? It's Jason.
It is, well, obviously it's Jason. No shit. Thank you.
It's from the game. It's the one you were talking about that you said there were two game ones.
It was the one you showed, and then the one I showed, like he's from hell.
Right. No, I understand. But you said
That was
game.
the two I was talking about. I did not talk about this one.
Well, you said okay, but you did. You said the game. That's why I was pulling this one up. But yeah, look at this face sculpt on this though. As soon as it loads, come on, NECA. You're a disappointment to everybody.
Jeez.
Mostly to me.
All right, they don't want you to see the face, but yes, it
It's
does look good
evidently, man.
though. Get the shrine. You know you want the shrine.
Wait, is that purple one based on the Nintendo version?
Yeah,
Yes.
they've released that one a few times.
Both of these.
If that one, it should have it. Yeah, the theme music. So it has the box. When you open the box, the music plays from the video game.
No way.
Yeah, it was
Really?
originally
That's
a
awesome.
Comic-Con exclusive, like 8 years ago or some shit.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Oh, it says on there with theme music packaging. Holy shit.
Yeah, everything's still loading. I'm telling you, it's ugh,
That is really
freaking
cool.
NECA, dude. It had spring-loaded missiles on the battle cats. What? God, I didn't read like what was above it. I just wrote it had spring-loaded missiles on the battle cats. Like, yeah, everything Life has spring-loaded missiles.
Joe just sent me a video. I don't want to share it on here, but I'm gonna have to send it to you if Joe doesn't send it to you, Tony. It's like an intro video that is just amazing for this cast.
Maybe I really don't want to see.
No, it's great, but I haven't heard it. Like if there's vocals. But look, he just said it, Tony. I made you a new theme intro for Drinks and Toys.
Well,
He sent it to you. He sent it to you in Messenger.
I'll check it out after the cast, just in case.
It's not. It's not. I mean, like I said, I can't hear what's being said, but like the video wise, it's nothing bad.
I'll have to check it out. Yeah, so NECA is not doing a good job of promoting their wares because the website is trash, and I keep trying to pull it up, and it's not letting me do it.
Joe says play alive, baby.
Are you sure
That's
it's the
all you.
website
I
or
wouldn't
not
even know
just your browser?
I'd have to share the video from my browser now.
He says it's
All right,
safe.
hold on. Let me see if I can do that. I don't trust my internet right now. It's like garbage, man.
I don't trust anyone that tells me on a live that it's safe.
Right. How'd you get canceled? Well, we played this video that Joe gave us, and shit just went downhill from there.
I already watched it. Like I said, I just can't hear what's being said or what's going on, but
just
visually
remember,
is fine.
This is the moment why we never got monetized.
Trust me, there's a lot of moments why.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and
1, the fact that we only get 4 viewers a show. 2, we average like 13 views.
This is gonna be a little hard to be on Spotify, but
there's
right,
sound.
ready? I don't know how this is gonna work, so give me a second.
It's kind of awesome.
I like it.
Welcome to Drinks and Toys.
The only problem I have with it, and this is just because obviously it's AI stuff. There's 2 Donatellos in the background.
I was too fixated on the fact that why is it Michelangelo and not Raphael doing the intro? But
because Michelangelo's the party dude, man. Come on, he's like a DJ.
That's true.
He likes to rub the beat. You know what I mean?
We got 2 Donatellos, so don't worry about copyright. Technically, it's not all 4 turtles. You can't sue us.
One turtle cancels out the second turtle's copyright. That's why there's 2 of them.
Right. That's how it usually works. Okay, so let's dial back into what the show was supposed to be about, which was.
I will be right back. I'm listening.
Son of a bitch.
No, but I mean, since when do we have a direct theme? Come on.
No, I know it doesn't matter anymore. I was just looking for some kind of direction, but so actually, what I was going to bring up was modern toys and vintage toys, and in some regards, are we doing it better, or have we taken away from like imagination and playability when it comes to toys? And I mean, like, there's a difference between a collector, right? A collectible piece and just an actual toy. Like, would you consider Marvel Legends to be collectible figures?
I mean, I know a lot of people consider them collectibles, but really, I think Marvel Legends do fall into their kids' toys. They're still playable. Kids buy them. The only reason I don't think they're a lot more like common as far as kids buying them is just because of the cost.
Right.
I
agree. I agree. I think the price point makes a difference. Just like you don't, and they are clearly collectible figures, but anything NECA puts out, 99.9% of the time is a collectible figure. It's not meant for a child to be purchasing. Just based on price and so on and so forth. So, are we doing it better, or are we doing the toy world an injustice by what's been coming out? Because there's plenty of toys I can think of that, as a kid, I say plenty, but there's toys I can think of as a kid that I wouldn't want them to redo now. There was a certain charm that they had that I think would just be ruined by modernizing. But there's also toys that we have now, huh?
Such as?
I'll give Jason the Wheeled Warriors. I'll give you an example right there. That toy line had a charm of just being these random parts that you could just kind of flop on quickly to make different vehicles for your guys to battle in. And I feel like if we redid that now, I feel like there'd be too many moving parts. You know, they try to make articulation and shit for some of the vehicles, and it would take away just from the playability of just having that for lack of a better term, you know, like a malleable Hot Wheel that you could change the wheels, you could change the weapons that went on it, but things didn't have to move around and have any kind of real articulation. Where I think nowadays it would be like, well, we want to make sure the gun shoots, and we want to make sure this claw, you know, what's up, opens and closes and does all this crazy shit. And I don't know. There's just certain toys that I don't think we should be remaking right now.
So, because I was away, first, I don't agree about Marvel Legends not being a collectible.
Okay.
Just because of the figure selection they do. Because usually if it's going to be a kids line, it's obviously going to be limited articulation, but it's going to be the big names: Captain America's, Thor's, Wolverine, the X-Men. Right? Marvel Legends goes real deep into what the collectors want, what the fans want, and are highly articulated. But they're like that gray area between. Have you seen like the Masters of the Universe? They had like the $10 kids line, right? So it's like that gray area between like that style of toy for kids, but then you have the NECA $34, $40 figures where they almost look like pieces of art, right? And then you have Marvel Legends is like in between that, but they're still a collectible, but they do have more playability for kids that maybe with their parents. But like when you look at the fucking list of Marvel Legends, if it was for a kids line, they would have been fucking out of business already because they made such obscure characters that no kid would want to give a fuck about.
Well, they go by sales. Like any toy line just goes by strict sales, right? If all these characters are selling, keep pumping out characters until they stop selling. But
Yeah, but I'm saying, but if it was a kids line, they would have died. Because when you look at like all the crazy one-off characters they've done that may have been in a comic book for like 3 frames, no kid would want that. They would want all the big names. So the Marvel Legends would be just like McFarlane's done with DC. We'd have 400 Iron Man variants, a crap load of Wolverines, like we already kind of do. But then you wouldn't have all the C list, D list fucking superheroes that you do have because it's a collector's line. Because the collectors are buying those. The kids, if it was a kids line, they wouldn't buy them shits at all.
but was there a need? Okay, so if you dial back, is it Kenner? Who made all the original like Secret Wars figures and all that kind of crap? Was that Kenner? Because Kenner did the Batman. What was it, Galoob also?
Galoob did some. Kenner, Mattel did some shit way back then too.
For Batman?
Maybe not. Batman was Kenner, especially for the movies.
Well, so yeah, that's what I'm looking at. So like the original Batman movie, not the 66 movie, but the original Batman movie with Keaton, when they started coming out with the figures, you know, you had the initial figures that came out for the movie, and then all of a sudden, all of these different, you know, they just took off with Batman. All these power suits and all this crazy crap that had nothing to do with the movie anymore. They were just making Batman figures because Batman was popular. And so at the time, they were making Spider-Man figures. They were making, you know, but Secret Wars, wasn't that like 92, 93, something like that?
Yeah, but it was majority of that was the big names, right? Even the Batman, you had like 7 versions of it. You had, Arctic Blast Batman. You had this, that Batman. It was all Batman, Batman, Batman. Then you had like one Catwoman, one Penguin, like his main adversaries, right? So it's like you wouldn't get like the really one-off characters. Like back then, you wouldn't got the Azraels. Wouldn't have been a thing.
So I don't even know if there is an old Azrael Batman figure, and I don't think there is. But I guess my point being, you know, we had those figures that didn't have the articulation, right? It was just a child's toy. Like nobody was. And again, I'm not saying that there probably were collectors, but it was a child's toy.
There was
You got
no
this hand
collector
thing.
line.
You say there was no collector line?
There was no collector line. It was toys for kids that, there was adults who most likely bought. That's why we still had things in package now, right? Because people were buying. But there was everything back then was geared towards children. Like it wasn't. I imagine there was probably a one-off here and there, like maybe some type of import, that you can get, whatever. But you could say 98% of toys made in the 70s, 80s, 90s were for children that people did, flock to because there was no other choice. Now you have these companies like, oh, we have kids lines, but we're also making adult collector lines, which is why they have like a kids Marvel line, but then they have Marvel Legends, which is their collector line. Same thing with Masters of the Universe. You have the Chronicles, then you have the kids line. Like they're doing it on purpose because they know that they can get the kids with all these figures, but they know that the adult collectors have this idea that like, oh, I don't want the kiddie stuff, even though that's where all of our collections began, was with the kiddie shit because that's where it all was. But they go for the adult collectors. They know as soon as they put adult collector, they add 10 extra points of articulation. They put collectible, they could charge 3 times the price for it.
So that kind of like brings me to my point. Did we ruin the toy world, and are we killing the toy world by having these more expensive collectibles per se that are really, they're dominating shelves more than some of these kiddie lines or whatever you want to call it? Like if I go into Target right now, there's more Marvel Legends, what are they, $30 now figures than there are a $10 or $12 figure for a kid.
And that, I believe, just reverts back to stuff we've talked about previously about kids don't buy toys like that anymore because they're all about video games, electronics, shit like that. And these companies like Hasbro, they understand that, so they know that their sales are based on the adult collector, the teens.
I think it's
adult.
that it's not that the kids don't play with it, is that the most adults are not going to spend that money on their kids for a toy.
$10,
especially if they grew up with toys. They're like, Jesus Christ, no.
No, we're talking about like the $10 Masters of the Universe figures, like the little $10 action figure for the kids line.
Those I've seen moving well, and I do believe kids are buying those. Like parents are buying them for their kids.
I guess what we're saying though, Johnny, is that like when you look at the aisles, there's more Marvel Legends, right? As a perfect example, there's a lot more Marvel Legend presents than their $10 Marvel line that they sell for kids. Like Marvel Legends is the forefront. Their smaller line is not as heavy. And it's because Hasbro knows that they're making money off the Legends. They're not making as much off the kids line because the adults are buying them like crazy. So they don't push out the kids line as heavy because they're not making those sales because kids aren't in that world right now.
Well, here's the thing too, because I've noticed kids playing with figures. Kids do play with toys. It's just they don't play with these kid lines because literally, I mean, most of these kids today are not dumb. Like they grown up with technology way before us, than our generation did. They kind of already have an understanding and a different almost standard of what, a figure is and articulation and stuff. It's not left to the imagination per se, like when we were kids. However, most of these companies that are very corporate minded, right? They're not going to see and look at that and be like, oh, well, we should make these kid lines with better quality. They're just going to be like, well, they could just buy the collector line if they really want. There's no reason for them to, kind of go back and adjust those. But if you look at what Mattel's doing, which is really smart on their end, how they made that kids line, it's a higher quality toy than what you see other companies do with their kids line.
I'll give you that. I actually, I just showed it to you guys, didn't I?
Well, let's see how long it lasts. That's going to be the question. Because right now, people are buying that line. The adult collectors are buying that line like crazy, right?
So there's and don't get me wrong, the collector one looked good, the Chronicle one, but didn't I show this last week?
I don't know.
Yes. Maybe. I don't remember.
For a $10 figure, man, I mean,
good quality.
Yeah, I mean, how do you say that that's not? That's totally worth $10. Why can't somebody else?
Huh? That's going to be more appealing than like if you go and see like the Marvel stuff, like the Spidey, like that kid's Spidey line.
Yeah, they look like crap.
Exactly. Most kids today are going to look at that and realize, yeah, that looks like crap. I want my dad's Marvel Legend.
This, if I'm a kid, and this is my opinion, right? Even Damien thought it was cool. If I'm a kid and I went and saw the movie, and I'm like, Mom, can I have that figure? We're going to go, yeah, fuck yeah, it's $10. It's $10.
Absolutely.
The price point is fantastic, and he looks like the movie. They didn't cheap out on the sculpt of the face.
But
now,
the only
have
thing
you seen the Brand New Day at Target?
No.
With the Hulk, it's like it's a 3-pack. It has the Hulk and 2 different versions of Spider-Man. Now that there's an example, and that you can tell the scale and the styling it's made, it's definitely aimed towards kids. But when you compare kind of like the quality of it, right? It's really not there for a kid's toy. Like it's very kiddish right off the bat.
So now the thing I want to see, right? And the only thing that's going to help it is going to be that, like the Mattel with Masters or the Mattel with DC, is that there are just hardcore collectors who are buying everything right now because it's new and they want it for their collection, right? But once the movie's run its phase, I wonder how long the kids line of Masters continues versus the Chronicles adult line continues.
They'll finish. I think they're going to finish the movie figures because we haven't gotten a Fisto. Again, haven't seen them in the store, but the Fisto and stuff like that, we didn't get any of those characters. The Ram Man.
Now, are you talking about the kids line or the adult line?
The kids line.
Okay.
So, yes, Joe, I did go see it on Sunday also, actually. Went and saw it at like 6 o'clock, and Sal, one of our customers, really cool dude, he actually happened to be in the theater the same time I saw it. It was a phenomenal fucking movie. But, so the collector's toy line for Motu, they did an awesome job, and the children's line, I think they will keep making the figures for the movie for probably another month. They'll keep releasing whatever they made, I guess. And then I think that's all you're going to see because the movie will have died out. And then we're going to be waiting for the second movie, which I got to believe is probably 2 years down the line at least. But I think the kids line will go as far as the movie did. However, I could, if it was successful, they may have them, whether or not they're going to produce them will probably depend on sales. I could see them going, now this is, they start remaking the old He-Man figures where they go, hey, this is, Battle Punch He-Man or something. But that would be kind of stupid also there on their part because they did a lot of that already with the classic line.
Right.
They made those figures.
But what I'm questioning is, once like the hype of the movie's gone, and say they make the last few figures that they're missing from the movie, the kids line, then they start making those random ones. How long will it survive after that? Because the adult line is going to continue because the collector's going to keep buying it, right? But I'm curious as to how long it's going to run after that. That's what I'm curious to see because that will show kids versus the collectibles. Because an adult collector line, they'll run that bitch into the fucking ground. They'll redo everything because every time they put like a different color scheme, they'll release a figure, and adult collector's going to buy that bitch. Kids aren't.
I agree. I agree, and I think it's going to be based on sales. Give me 2 seconds. Let me step away, but keep running with that.
Yeah, because
he's gone.
The sales of that
guy's gone. Fuck him.
The sales on that are definitely going to be a factor in that.
Right, that's what I'm saying about the kids versus adult lines.
Everything Mattel's doing right now is perfectly. They timed that perfectly to release right along with the movie as it's hitting theaters, versus a lot of times where if you look at what Hasbro does with Marvel Legends and, Black Series, anytime there's new media or something, they're always a bit behind on that.
Hasbro's horrible.
So
any toy company worth their weight in gold, like they should know. They know in advance that these things are coming out. They should have the things on the shelf on release at least. So when kids see it, they go to the toy store, they'll see it, and they'll buy it. If they don't do that, the toy company failed as a toy company. Like,
so it's crazy how bad they are with that timing on stuff. Do
you remember when Mutant Mayhem came out? Okay. So my target, at least from what I can remember, and did you buy any of those figures, Chris?
Just the 4 turtles.
So Mutant Mayhem, before the movie even hit the theaters, there was an end cap slap full of turtle figures. The 4 brothers, Splinter, that's all that was on the shelf. They didn't have the Bebop, they didn't have Rocksteady, they didn't have anything else. They had an end cap with pegs, like figure pegs, and it was full of the brothers and Splinter. And then the movie hit, and you could not touch. They were gone. You could not touch a figure on shelf. So they already hyped and sold figures before the movie. The movie comes out, and it was a feeding frenzy.
Playmates is like, bitch, this isn't our first rodeo. We know how to handle turtles.
Like, that's exactly how that shit went down. And then after that, they got to be more and more plentiful. And then, now you could get them There's a couple like around Ollie's, but for the most part, those didn't shelf warm. Those things were gone. The original Brothers.
But Hasbro has this habit of letting the movie come out and then releasing stuff 5-6 months later for it. Marvel
stuff,
Legends,
year
that
to
happens
year.
all the time. They did that with Ghostbusters, like, and then they wonder why. Oh, the sales aren't there. Well, yeah, of course they're not there because the fucking media is gone and the fucking fans aren't looking for it anymore.
I heard they did that with that Chasers toy line too. It's kind of spooky, but whatever.
So
It's good shit. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, when you go to like I was trying to bring up before, you go to the store and there's just certain toys that they like. Mighty Max. Did we ever get a Mighty Max reboot, or just a bunch of people copying what they were about?
no, Mighty Max got a reboot in the 2000s, I believe.
Did it?
Yeah, in the early 2000s, it got a like a resurgence, but it didn't do anything like it did before. Polly Pocket's come back a few times, and then but now they're doing the horror Mighty Maxes, so that's cool.
So that is cool, and I've yet to see those on a shelf. Are those just not getting released yet, or what?
Those aren't out yet.
Okay.
But it's
And
Trick or Treat Studios, so chances are when they come out, if they're in like Walmart, they'll be in the collectibles section in that like that 1 4-foot section where they had like all the horror stuff that comes like shippers. They'll probably be there.
And by horror, they mean they just have Art the Clown, Ghostface, and Chucky.
I mean, they had Predator, an Alien,
Which are we going to go back to whether or not you consider those horror movies?
and Jaws. Those are absolutely horror movies, but okay. Like
I think we've been through this already.
Alien is 100% a horror movie. Anybody who thinks differently is fucking wrong.
So I believe we said the first movie was a horror movie, and that the other ones followed were sci-fi.
The second one's a sci-fi action. The third one tries to go back to horror, but it's more sci-fi still. And then everything after that's just a sci-fi adventure.
Yeah. So yeah, that was like my major thing with the toys. I just find you go walking through the toy aisles and try to find something that's a price point that makes sense, that like if you were buying this for a kid, does the toy make sense? And I just don't see enough of that anymore. And then the things that they are remaking, I'm just like so unimpressed. It's ridiculous.
So what do you think about besides Turtles? Besides them, what other remakes are you referring to?
So I could say GI Joe would probably be a version of them that I'm like, other than the classified series, but that's not a child's toy. So when they tried to make a child's one, all they did was make a classic version. They called them, right? They were less expensive, but they call it the classic. And they're still whatever it is, 6 inches tall. Like how big a classified is? What, 6 or 7 inches? The figures are.
6
But
inches.
I thought the classifieds, the classic ones for classifieds were just classified with the paint decos or to be designed like the classic figures. Like it's still a classified figure though.
It's a larger version of the original figure, but it has more accessories. It
Right,
doesn't just.
but I'm pretty sure it's still classified though. I don't know them having a kids line for GI Joe.
It's the classic ones or whatever. They don't come with as many accessories. I assume that was their kids.
Yeah,
line.
but they come like on the card. But the
Yeah.
whole point, they're still classified figures though. They're still within the classified world.
Whatever they're calling them, I guess, but they're not the same. They're not coming with the same things as the ones in the classified box are coming with.
Right, because they come with basically the same thing they came as the original toy line.
Yeah, like two things, like a
But
gun.
those
And
are the things that like saved the toy line.
I guess I don't know. I'm trying to look like kids' perspective. Like when I was little, like I'm thinking of Damien, right? He's 12 years old. If he was 10 or 9 and he was buying GI Joe figures, let's say, the appeal of the 3 3/4 figure was at that size. That's still kind of like big to you to be playing with as a figure, right? You can have multiple guys on the table and you can battle and do your thing. But if he's sitting there with a 6-inch figure, after 2 or 3, you're overwhelmed by the size of trying to play with these guys.
Unless you have a terror drone.
Right, unless you have a terror. But I don't know. I just feel like the modern toys, we're spending so much time worrying about articulation and accessories that we're not making toys for kids. And I get it. Like we said, kids aren't really playing with toys like they used to, but we're spending too much time making the toys for the wrong people.
So the guys
In my
over
opinion.
the guys over at reluctant adult. They bring it up all the time, and they've been going and battling with the trolls about the accessories because the whole like I guess toy companies are now starting to say, like, "Oh, our toy sales are down." Like, well, yeah, because you're fucking trying to charge $40 for an Ultimate NECA figure. Like, yeah, of course your sales are down because before they used to be $25. They've gone up to 40. And what's the reasoning? Oh, because you gave us fucking 3 different heads, 6 sets of hands, and a bunch of bullshit accessories that we don't fucking need. Right? Like, if you're worried about the sales, cut out all the bullshit accessories that are causing the prices to go up. Give us just the damn figure, a set of hands, and a couple weapons. We don't need a whole goddamn arsenal.
Funny you say that. I know you guys don't really follow Four Horsemen Studios or really purchase much, with the exception of like Figure Obscura and Wheezy.
Goddamn right.
However, they recently had a pre-order sale for what they called reinforcements. Basically, it's your troop builders, army builders, etc. Now, what I thought was really brilliant about that is they kind of appealed to both sides of that. They had the standard figure at a lower price, but it didn't come with everything. However, if you wanted all the extra stuff, they have an accessory pack. I think it was like $20, and you can buy that. It gives you all the extra shit that would normally go into a more premium or deluxe, whatever type, figure.
Those guys that did the Tide, the Realm Tide or whatever, the Pirates Kickstarter that
Yeah.
the Four Horsemen sculpted. Those guys, same thing. Like you get the figure, it's like a $35 figure or something. All right, cool looking figure. You figure it's a
Great sculpt and great articulation for $35. Yeah.
It's the indie toy line, so it's going to be a little more expensive. It's not a mass retail, right? But then it's like, oh, if you pay 20 extra bucks, you get this pack. It comes with extra heads, extra arms, extra this, extra that. But if you don't want that shit, you just get the goddamn figure. Like, stop making me spend money on a bunch of shit that winds up in tubs because I don't fucking need it. Like, and you wonder why sales are going down because who wants to pay $40+ for any type of action figure? Nobody. We're stupid.
I just can't when there's shit like that coming out for $10 with that kind of face sculpt. Even the Scare Glow. How much were those? $24.99.
Yeah, like 24, $25. Yeah.
Yeah, the Chronicles figures.
Yeah, which is fair. That's a fair price for those.
As good as those look, man, when they're putting out figures like that, how the hell are these other guys getting away with $30, 35, 37? Like, and the justification is here's 2 extra hands. Here's an extra head that I don't want to begin with.
But you know what's crazy about that? That extra hand, that extra head, like it's insane because I think like on average it's like, what is it, 15, like at minimum $15,000 just for like basically an aluminum sculpt of something small like extra hands.
Right, just like for the machining and all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're looking at 15 grand for them, and I'm sure they probably have deals with factories. The major companies at least have these certain deals with factories where they maybe get it a little better than that as far as what deals they get. But even so, they're paying for, and that's always like I always hear that's their justification for all of this. And it's like, well, then fine, just don't do that anymore. Like, offer something like the accessory packs.
Because Paul from Adult, he made a point. He's like, when we were kids, all of our figures had the fucking C hands. That's it. A fucking C hand. That's it.
Or fist.
Yeah. We don't need anything else. You don't need every other version of hand there is. Like, if you're going to give me that, it's going to piss me off because you're going to give me all these hands, but then you're going to give me a Stone Cold Steve Austin figure that's not flipping the bird. But you can give me every other goddamn hand there is. Like, get the fuck out of here. If you're going to give me a hand, give me a necessary hand.
I get like back to what you were saying, like the tooling, right? That it's 15 grand, let's say, for an extra set of hands or some shit, right? So if it's 15 grand,
sometimes Joe a little too much.
As you can see, Tony's hand is still up.
Listen, I'm not going to show you what the other one's doing. So so if it's 15 grand for the extra tooling, right? For a set of hands or some shit. be realistic about it. You're selling way more than 15,000 units of that figure.
Yes.
So that extra dollar of, let's just say you only sell 15,000 units of that figure. So 15,000 units of that figure at $1 increase of figure, you're not giving me enough to tell me that I didn't get 17 sets of hands. You know what I mean?
But Tony, remember, a fucking NECA figure might come with 6 pairs of hands, 3 heads. You know what I mean? And that's where they're gonna be like, oh, each set of hands, each hand's an extra dollar. Oh, dollar, like, and it just fucking racks up, and then they use it as a bullshit excuse to raise the price.
It's
like,
bullshit.
Then they wonder why their sales aren't there. It's like, yeah, because you fucking are pricing yourselves out of the people who made you what you guys are.
I can't get jiggy with this shit.
Exactly. Can't get jiggy with that shit. Give a fuck, Keisha. Like,
Big Pun Luther Vandross.
Give a fuck, Keisha. Dude, I don't care how many times I hear that. I always die of laughter.
He quickly gave a fuck, though.
Oh my god. Yeah, so what else is coming out? There's a bunch of Transformers shit. What else is coming out? I ordered, not that anybody cares, but I ordered, I was asking questions about the McFarlane Batman
Asbat?
4-pack. Huh?
The Asbat?
Yeah, so there's that 4-pack that just came out, and the only difference I can find with that Azrael is that they actually put the claws on his hands. Like, the rest of him's normal, but for some reason they actually put the claws on this figure. Because I was looking at my figures, I'm like, do the rest of them have claws? Didn't see any. But this one has the claws on the fingers. And I was like, all right. But I look at the number 2 just to make sure it wasn't a... And it's definitely, trust me, they resculpted, or not resculpted, they reused a shit ton from all the other Azraels just to make this one. But I did go ahead and order them. I should have them in a couple days. I wish I would have got the 4-pack from McFarlane, because if you bought the 4-pack from McFarlane, it was only $90.
It's not bad.
It came with all 4 figures, and it sold out immediately. And then there's a Joker I didn't know about. It's called the Comedian Joker, where it looks like the one from The Last Laugh, where he's in the all purple with his hat. All purple, it's fucking Joker. He's in a trench coat, like a purple trench coat, and like the picture they show in the box is him like holding his obnoxious gun out or whatever. The jacket looks cloth, and I didn't know if anybody had that figure that could confirm that for us.
No, not that I'm aware of.
You're not a McFarlane collector, though, are you?
I'm not, but like I watch Robo, and he usually discusses all those things when they get announced, and I don't recall seeing that on his show. But also, when he starts talking about DC, I have a tendency to zone out until he gets into stuff that's not DC. Same thing when he talks about Transformers. I'm just like, Transformers.
Killing Joke. That's what I couldn't remember what the fucking movie was, but yeah, they call it The Comedian.
That was a good movie.
Yeah,
great movie. So look at this fucking. I guess it is plastic or whatever you want to call it, but come on.
Like a vinyl.
Load, you son of a bitch. All right, you guys see that?
Yeah.
That's a great Joker.
It is.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, man, I fucking almost need to own that. Although I don't own any other Joker.
I mean, if there's going to be a definitive one for you to have in your collection, that'd be kind of up there, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I kind of like I look at it like it's the Joker. So, I mean, you don't have to have every adaptation of the Joker.
Yeah, he's definitely one you can get like your favorite version of him. You don't need.
Yeah, you don't have to have them all. Now, for me, Azrael's different because Azrael, all the way through the comics, there's different versions of Azrael for the same comic. And then of course, they have their own variants that they decide to make, but 99% of the figures that they made had something to do with the comics, and just, again, my favorite character. So he's like Jetfire for Batman for me. I want to own them all. But yeah, this is a great Joker. But again, he was on sale on the website too. Well, here you go, McFarlane Toys. But I think they've got 10% off right now. But he's $26.99, and he's actually in stock again. He was sold out the other day. Oh, he's back on a pre-order. So
we were talking about prices earlier. That's one that people like to point to a lot is McFarlane. So like you're looking at obviously before we talk about the Masters figures that are like $10. Like, oh, these are great figures for $10. Why can't other companies do these cheaper figures? But McFarlane, most of his DC line is like the 24 to 25 range. Maybe depending if it's like a red label exclusive or GameStop might try and get 30 out of like some of his figures. But
Right.
most of them are like in the $24 to $25 range. And their sculpts might not be the greatest. It's McFarlane. But for a collector line, there's no reason why like NECA can't come back down. If McFarlane can do it, NECA should be able to get some good fucking traction. Especially with now NECA apparently buying fucking Toys R Us. Like they got money. They can fucking make a deal, get some better deals when it comes to tooling and pricing.
So, I mean, they're not amazing, but that's a pretty goddamn good Azrael. I
It
mean,
just looks like a Batman.
I know you have to know the character, but a 4-pack for $91, I'm fine with that.
Was that the one that came with Deadpool Batman?
The what? Who did what? Where?
Or no, the not Deadpool, Daredevil. Is that the Daredevil Batman wave?
Yeah, Daredevil, Batman, Bat Devil, Darebat.
That one, yeah, that guy.
So what about like change gears to another manufacturer? It's been kind of quiet in the world of Mondo, no? Other than their obscure painter series stuff, like they did this flying saucer one with Godzilla and one with Mothra. I think they're sitting in these little flying saucers, and then they did these tiki color couple Monster Zeros and shit like that. But ever since the last, was it Leo, Donnie, whichever the last turtle, like we haven't heard shit.
Well, I think they're holding off a lot for Comic-Con.
You think so?
Yeah, because figure-wise, they haven't announced anything within the past 2 months. They've had a couple pre-orders go for stuff that they previously announced, but like, yeah, they've been quiet. I have a feeling they're waiting for Comic-Con. The most recent thing they showed off was at Ghostbusters Day when they showed off the green versions of the Citizen Ghost or whatever they're called for the Ghostbusters. I haven't seen
I
anything else
haven't.
from them.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen anything announced or even on the website. Why does this happen to me? People send me shit, and I'm just like randomly, just like, sorry. Yeah, I haven't seen anything like on the website. And I was just curious what was going on with the Turtles line because again, we saw the Donnie, we saw the Leo, and we hadn't seen anything since. And like Mondo's been quiet, so I'm curious if you're saying waiting for Comic Con. I'm curious what they're going to release. You think they'll release the last two brothers?
I don't see why they wouldn't.
I mean, at that time, or do you think it'll just still be progressive?
What do you mean?
Because we still don't have Mike or Raph.
They'll at least show one, or they'll tease one. Like it'll be there in some fashion, whether it be a tease or a sculpt or something. If they're going to be set up there, they'll have something for the next turtle because they've already hinted that they already got Shredder done.
I don't remember hearing about that at all.
When did that get hit?
That was in one of the interviews with. It was either with Geek Dad Life or Toy Anxiety. The guy Attack Peter. He's one of the. He's like one of the main guys there. He's from Miami, and he said it. And he said it quick. And I was like, "Ooh, I don't know if he's supposed to say that because that's the first I've heard anybody mention Shredder being done."
Shit, really?
Yeah. So Shredder's done. So that means all four brothers and Shredder are done.
I wonder what he's going to look like.
Well, because remember, I told you, and Psycho likes to try and argue with me on what it is, but Attack Peter, the fucking guy, he's in this with the company, is that the whole line is supposed to be as if it's the third movie without the third movie, right? So it's a continuation after the second movie. So it's like a what if universe of what happened after the second movie. So Shredder in their world, Shredder's still alive and he's been worked on. So like they're gonna continue and then they're gonna bring in other mutants in that same style as if the movie continued on to bring in other mutants and stuff. Like they're taking their own run, but it's based on movie style.
I would shit.
Possibility of Bebop and Rocksteady then in that style,
or a Mondo Slash like that.
Shit, Slash
because
would be crazy.
we still don't have anybody who has made. I mean, again, it's got to be a character that makes sense, right? Of all the characters you would make before him, but dude, if I could get a 10, 11 inch, like just a gnarly, dirty looking Slash, that'd be badass. I'd be
And they
quite
look
happy.
great. I can't allow myself to get into it because it's going to be a fucking rabbit hole that I don't
They're
want to be.
expensive.
Yeah,
Listen, man. I try not to complain about too many things, but those things are expensive. I'm literally getting them because I know they're going to be worth every penny that I'm spending on them.
because I'd like to think I could be like, oh, I'll just get the 4 turtles and I'll be good. But if they come out with like a badass Slash or like something really, I'll be like, God damn it! Now I just got to continue this.
I'm
So if I
actually
just don't buy
glad.
them at all, then I don't have to worry about any of that shit.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't start getting into them because I was going to start with the Four Brothers and be like, all right, that was going to be it, you know? But then just seeing what they're doing with the other turtle stuff, you know, I was like, man, I want those Four Brothers. But then I saw the Shredder. I'm like, fuck, I want that Shredder too. And then, like, each time they keep putting something else up, I'm like, man, I want that. And it's like, if I start collecting that collection now, like, I'm just going to go broke because then after the Four Brothers, you still have to catch up on the other guys.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
So
And I don't
did you
think
guys?
those won't be as expensive, you know, as these ones coming out
I'll
are
just
gonna
come
be.
look at yours, Tony, when you have them.
There
And
you
I'll
go.
enjoy them through you. We'll share custody or something.
It's just like it's both ours, you know. Did you guys see? I'm actually trying to find it now, and of course I'll be unsuccessful. But the only one I've ever seen where somebody took one of the quarter scale. I don't remember if it was Leo or who it was, but they made the quarter scale Slash.
Who did Coral Scale Slash?
So they took one of the NECA turtles, whether it was like Leo or something,
And they just customized it.
and they customized it to make a quarter scale Slash. And I was trying to find it. I just Googled because there's literally hundreds of custom Slash figures that look amazing. And I was trying to find that dude Slash because I remember when he did it, and I'm like, that thing is sick. And I've seen him. Same guy did Last Ronin. Now that one I would think would be a little bit easier to do. You know, if you find the coat from Undercover Raph, and
Right.
you could
Work it
dye it
out.
black, and you could make that happen. But not saying it would be easy, but you could do it a lot easier than a Slash.
Huh.
But yeah, that thing was.
I've seen some people, maybe it may have been the same one because I saw somebody, I thought it was just a normal, one of the movie 6-inch figures. So maybe it was that one, but it looked great. I was like, holy shit, that looks awesome.
Yeah, there's been some really badass customs done, and I mean you can't. Slash is Slash, man. He's fucking sick. They just keep making the figures, man. I'll keep buying them. That's all. That's all I can say. Keep making it. I'll keep buying it. But all right, cool. So are we good? You guys want to call it?
I'm down for
Whatever
whatever,
you-
man. I got nothing to do.
Yeah, whatever you want to do, homie.
All right. I don't have anything else. So if you guys got something, let's plug away. But if not,
Yeah, like I said, we'll be Joe Fest. I did post some images. I'm gonna have the Motu drink holder available there. So 2 versions. You have the glow in the dark, and then you have the blanks. So if you wanted to paint, you know, however you wanted to paint it, you have that option.
it's adorably
And then
tiny.
of course we're gonna have our Grub Sport little figures. So I think right now though all we're gonna have available are the glow in the dark ones, but we'll have these other ones later and online, of course.
That's cool.
And then a shit ton of blockies. So
Yay!
yeah, come up, get your blockies. We'll have those there.
All blockies all the time.
All blockies. Yeah, we're actually going to be doing a couple giveaways of those. We're going to be opening them up and kind of putting them together there at the show. So folks can kind of see, you know, they're quick, they're easy to, you know, put together, a lot of fun. Very intuitive too. Like some of those like Defenders and Galaxy ones, you don't even need the instructions. Like they're just kind of, you can actually just piece them together really easily. They're a lot of fun. So some of those that we open up at the show and put together, we're actually going to be doing a drawing to win those at the end of the show.
Sweet. I started my Moon Knight tonight, and it was not easy at first. It was actually a little difficult because there was a couple of steps that were not labeled, so you couldn't see like what the piece was that was supposed to be. So I had to like like really look at the instructions and try to like match it up with the piece on the tree. But yeah, it's gonna be badass when it's done. I do like the fact that the hood for Moon Knight is rubber, and then his cape is cloth and it has articulation in it. They actually put wire articulation in the cloth, so that's pretty cool. In his cape.
Okay, hell yeah.
For a blocky, it's pretty badass.
I have not touched that one yet. Actually, I don't know if I'm going to open Moon Knight because then it's like, then I'll want to open the other ones and put them together. And I'm like, stop getting addicted to your own supply, bro.
So I've never opened up a Blockies. I've seen the ones you have in your table and everything. I've seen them at like Walmart, but I've never held one, dealt with one, whatever. But like I'm starting to see them at Walmart, but they're already getting clearanced out.
Interesting you say that. So,
But it's Marvel. It's the Marvel Blockies. I've never seen like Transformer Blockies.
so they do have Transformer ones, but they're a little bit of the older ones. So as far as the newer Galaxies, Walmart doesn't carry those. They don't have those yet. I'm sure eventually they're going to get stocks of those. But as far as like the other ones, the Champion Class and the Action Series, yeah, Walmart does have some of those.
Okay. Like I said, yeah, it's the ones I've seen on clearance. It's always Marvel. It's Marvel clearance.
Yeah, that's very
Blocky.
annoying too because they're like they were freshly released. Walmart gets a hold of them, and then Walmart decides to clearance them out for some reason.
These are great. They're great size.
Looks like a Transformer. I mean, if that's its mission, it succeeds.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. There's nothing negative to say about them, man. They're done well. They look good. I mean, they're great little figures. You know, they're fun. They're inexpensive. I mean, I don't know. I'll finish that Moon Knight. It looks cool. It's everything I can do not to open a Venom. But like you said, I don't want to start just opening everything I have and building them because then it's like, you know, one, where do I put them? But yeah, two, I just don't want to go down that hole.
Looks like you have space in your ceiling.
There actually isn't.
So I had a really badass Turtles rug. And I want to say that it's the one that looked like the video game. I'm not sure. And the cats destroyed it because they kept clawing at it. So they kept pulling up the pieces.
Fucking
You know,
dicks.
I still have 4 cats, miraculously. But Rebel Girl was like, oh, just put it on the ceiling. Just screw it and put it to the ceiling. And I'm like, it wasn't a bad idea until I realized this was going to probably become Kendall's room. So now that's a bad idea.
I think she'll appreciate it.
I think she'll look up and be like, that's frightening. 4 turtles watching her while she sleeps.
Yeah.
All right.
But also, I don't know if you saw it last week, Tony, but
I didn't want to, but you kept insisting.
yeah, well, we got new shirts at j5toys.com. We got some celebrating some America shirts. And of course, you got to celebrate dinosaurs at the same time. So we have different founding fathers and presidents riding dinosaurs.
That's okay. That's a thing.
We also have Bigfoot riding a raptor.
Hey, first of all, who doesn't like dinosaurs?
Presidential dinosaurs. I don't know.
He's just trying to make something for everybody.
What is it like? They start out with like Lincoln. I can't imagine they're modern presidents because that would be hilarious.
Well, here, actually, let me do this. I can share it with you.
Speaking of Lincoln, while he's pulling that up, probably one of the best. Man, I fucking called that shit.
Come on,
Wow.
Ben Franklin riding a UFO. Like a surfboard.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Washington, Jefferson, Bigfoot.
Bigfoot would ride a raptor, though. That's
All right. So actually, funny story about that's the also got an alien riding. There we go, riding a raptor. So the whole thing where it says "believe" on there. So a couple of the vendors that I've seen at a show, they're called Creative Beast Studios, and they do these amazing line of dinosaurs, right? And they even have like armor that you can put on the dinosaur, and you can kind of make it like that whole Dino Rider. Like, they even have figures and stuff that go on there. There's another vendor that always circles around and messes with them. Is like, dinosaurs aren't real. So I would always yell out, "Well, hey, I believe."
so we've discussed it before, but I was watching a con coverage from somebody, and there are people now that they're 3D printing armor for Jurassic Park dinosaurs. So we discussed like that'd be a great idea. So people are doing that now. I'm not saying they took it from us, but I'm not saying they didn't take it from us.
Saying we did influence them. I'm just saying we not saying we didn't influence them.
But I mean, yeah, they're it looks awesome. And it's this I think it's the same guys. They showed a picture. They even printed armor for a Toy Story Rex to make him like a Dino Rider.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I love that line though.
we lost
they're
our
really cool
opportunity.
figures.
We could have been rich. It's okay.
Didn't Jurassic Park though? Didn't for a short minute they have dinosaurs with armor on them?
Think so.
Not that I remember. I could maybe like they had like a Velociraptor that they were using for like to help the people.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Didn't they have like a line where they outfitted dinosaurs to fight other dinosaurs?
It
don't
wouldn't
recall seeing
surprise me. It doesn't sound familiar because I'm thinking like the more recent ones where like they had Blue and like how she was like running next to the truck. Like I can see them like doing something with her to make it seem like she's on the good guy's side, but I don't know of like actual armor and stuff.
Yeah, I don't see. I guess not. I don't know. I don't know enough about Jurassic Park toys to say one way or another. I'm sure somebody who's really into it would be like, "No, what you're thinking of is
Blah blah blah.
yeah."
Yeah, not I.
I still think who's doing it? The loyal subjects because they're the ones doing the My Pet Monster and Mask and all that. I do feel if they wanted to, they could do a nice run with Dino Riders and probably make a hell of a product.
I think Dino Riders would sell like crazy. I think there's enough people that still believe in the line, but
Like even if you had to like scale it down a little bit, like they did for like the My Pet Monsters, maybe not have them as big as the originals, maybe scale them down a little smaller. But I think they could really do it and it would thrive. Because Dino Riders is one of those lines that when you talk to people at toy shows, people know. People look for Dino Riders.
it was a great line, man. It was just short lived, I guess, for what it was. And God help you if you want to try to buy them now. Loose. God help you if they're boxed. Even just as bad when they're loose. I mean, it's just I don't know any of them that aren't inexpensive. I mean, even the little ones where it's like the tiny ankylosaur and it comes with like one dude or something, and that's still a couple $100. I mean,
Yeah,
they're
no, it's
just
insane.
short supply. But
It's like, and then I wonder, like, I say those things, and I think to myself, like, there's obviously licensing and all that shit, right? Now, unless like Mattel owns Dino Riders, which I don't know who owns Dino Riders, but like, I feel like chances of loyal subjects getting it seems like it probably wouldn't be that expensive. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like a hot franchise. It's like, oh, it's not Ninja Turtles where you have to spend probably a good chunk of change to get into it. Or, oh, we want to make, Transformer things. Like, you have to pay a lot of money to get these licenses. Like, I don't see Dino Riders being a high demand license to where they'd have to shell out a lot of money to get it.
I think Loyal Subjects is proving that through like Mask, right? They can get their hands on a toy line and reproduce it. And I think if they keep going that route with vintage toy lines that people like want to collect, but they won't pay the price for the vintage line anymore. Again, Mask is one of those ones. If they can get away with doing that, to your point, Dino Riders would sell. If I don't know, I'm trying to think. Didn't Loyal Subjects do the new Madball line too? Aren't they the ones doing that? Who's doing the new horror Madballs?
I'm not sure.
I saw them at the toy shop in Ocala.
Yeah, those are old. Like when I say old, 5, 6 years.
Okay, yeah.
But those are by Kid Robot.
Okay, I was gonna say they weren't vintage at all. But if Loyal Subjects wanted to do something like that, if Loyal Subject, they would never do Transformers, but any of those toy lines that just were out back then, like if they wanted to redo, I don't know, the RoboCop, kids toy line that was out, who's
For $1.
all right. That's the end of the cast, guys. Thank you so much for coming. But no, if they wanted to redo the RoboCop kids toy line, I could see them being one of those dudes who would pick it up and run with it.
So then that being said, it makes you wonder what would, from what they've done so far, I feel like they would be more after some of the more obscure toy lines, right? So I don't know if they would go for Robo,
I'd say that's an obscure toy line to reproduce for kids because kids
but the
wouldn't be the ones buying
franchise
it.
isn't obscure.
Correct. I think the
Well,
toy line was.
yeah, but when you have like Mask, right? Mask was a TV show and all that, but it wasn't. It was overshadowed by so many others, right? That came after it. That it's not obscure, but it's not GI Joe. You know what I mean? Like it's
So what
not
about Centurions?
Centurions. Hold on, who's doing that?
That other third party company, but those are money.
That's not official though.
Yeah.
No,
He's talking
hold
about
on.
ramen toys, the KOs that they made.
No, I was thinking of a different line. I think the ones with the bugs with the fucking hands and the gloves.
Sectars.
That's what I was thinking of. Okay,
Yeah. No, I think loyal subjects could pick up. They could do Centurions if they wanted to.
they could probably do Supernaturals. Like start getting
Ooh,
those
that'd be cool.
obscure toy lines.
That'd be really cool to see.
Because you start getting those
What's
obscure
the-
toy lines that do demand a high dollar on the secondary market. Because Visionaries,
Yeah.
you start getting those, I think loyal subjects could start making some money.
I want to say I just saw somebody announce that they're making new Visionary toys.
Ooh, really?
I want to.
That sounds like something I heard also.
Hang on.
That definitely does sound familiar.
Super 7.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
You just killed Johnny's whole mood. You just
Pretty
that's-
much.
You know why?
I had a boner
It's-
and then it died.
It's Super 7 reaction.
Oh, get the.
Hold on. So here's the thing I'm going to throw out there with the reaction figures. Super 7 learned their lesson. Reaction figures are no longer straight arm, straight leg figures. They now have like 3 3/4 articulation, basically.
all of them.
Everything G.I. Joe that's been coming out.
So if you've noticed, but the GI
Is
Joe
it the
one,
same price point too?
No, I think they're more money.
the GI Joe ones, they're called
They didn't-
Reaction Plus.
Is that what they're called?
They have a different name. This Reaction, but they have like a plus or something after it because they have the more articulation. They're more O-ring or O-ring style.
You gotta have a good O-ring.
Sounds like it's gonna have a disappointing O-ring.
All right, let me. I'll share the picture. The Visionary.
Yeah, please don't. Just kidding. I mean,
Mad at
it's actually it's not terrible.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that at all.
No, it's huh.
Well, so the
Wait,
Visionaries.
now is it gonna have like the holographic effect on the chess piece?
I was just gonna ask that because people have jokingly said, I don't know if it's true, but they're like, oh, the technology for like those holograms, or like is like gone. Like nobody makes those shits anymore. Like it died in
Holographic
2000.
sticker. Yeah, it says a holographic sticker.
No fucking way. I may be in on these.
So it does show.
That's
you can
the
see
case.
there is a
Give
joint.
me fucking Battle Beasts. Bring me some new Battle Beasts, goddamn.
Yes, that'd be incredible.
You see what I'm saying? It has that old.
Yeah, the
that
single
old
like
joint-
90-degree, well, not
Yep.
maybe not even 90-degree bend.
Yeah, no, it's got the O-ring style joints and everything.
Yeah. All right, how much is that?
25. So I'm saying the price point's getting nuts for those.
No, that's really.
That's a 3 3/4. Dude,
I talked to a guy. I showed pictures in our group chat the other day. But I talked to the guy and he said he'd come on the cast.
$30. Sorry.
$30. No, there's a guy who got an official licensing for Army Ants, and he's making Army Ants.
That's
What?
badass.
Yeah.
That's
So I was talking to him on Facebook. He got an official license. He's making comic books for it too, for Army Ants, and he's doing all new sculpts and everything, but the same style, same scale, rubber butts and everything.
I'll buy
So
them.
Army Ants is coming back.
I'll buy
That's
them.
pretty cool.
One of my favorite commercials ever, dude. I will absolutely buy those things. God, now I'm gonna go watch 80s commercials for toys.
you don't even
Give me
watch
those, give me
movies
some
anymore. You just watch
Supernaturals.
80s commercials.
I've watched every Turtles toy commercial they have available There's a couple dudes that have them on YouTube, and I've sat there and just watched for hours. I don't have a lot of things going on for me. Damien used to laugh because we'd sit there and watch it together, and the commercials were always the same. It was the same guy, and it would be like, the turtles are out having a good day, but oh no, here comes Shredder. And then at the end, it'd be like, oh god, it'd be like, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from Playmates.
Heroes in the Half Shell.
That's how every commercial went, dude.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting to see what that lawsuit from Playmates is.
That is going to be interesting to see how that turns out. Yeah.
It's about a bunch of weird shit, I'm sure. It's fine.
I don't know. People seem to think that it's going to kill turtle collectibles across the board.
Just give me my Turtles military helicopter and my Slash, and I'll be all right.
I can't believe that those are being a 4-pack.
I don't care about those figures. I care about the Slash and stuff
the
like
G.I.
that.
Joe one.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I was thinking about the re-release military turtles are doing.
No. Well, those are part of the Joe line also. The ones that come in that 4-pack.
Are you sure?
They literally are reproducing the military line and saying that it's for the G.I. Joe line.
Gotcha. Because like those, I'm like, oh man, you've done all those re-releases in single packs. You sell them in a box with like all of them in the individual cards, though. Now you're gonna do it in a 4-pack. They never came in a 4-pack. That's weird.
Yeah, they're doing it for the G.I. Joe line, and it's kind of weird that they're doing. I didn't double buy them. I was going to, and I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I rethought it, but I was going to double buy them because they're doing. Remember, we found out that Walmart's doing the 2-packs, even though like Entertainment Earth is going to have all the the single packs or whatever. Or Amazon was going to have the single packs, but if you bought, yeah. I'm like, why? I'm like, I don't need to do that. I'm just going to buy it once and be done with it. I was going to buy them to resell, but I didn't do that, and I just don't know that people are going to pay the money that they think they would pay, I guess, if that makes any sense. Like I am trying to find the, I don't know if I pre-ordered that actually. I pre-ordered all of them separately, but there's a Raphael that's supposed to come with the helicopter.
Right. I don't think that's been listed yet.
That might have been, that's probably what it was. It wasn't even listed yet. Yeah, I don't have it anywhere in here. So yeah, it probably hasn't been listed yet, but I need them to fucking put that up already. But all right, so I'm gonna say let's go ahead and call it. It's a little after 10 o'clock. Anybody got anything else? Then we will call it. We will wrap this up.
Thursday, collectors.
Yes.
You and I will be on our own.
Ooh.
So we are gonna jump horror. We're gonna do horror.
Yay!
What are we doing?
Oh, because I remember I told you I had just watched that damn the fuck movie was that? Weapons?
Oh yes. Yes. No, there's tons I want to talk about with that,
and I finally finished that Christmas Bloody Christmas thing.
Even better. I fucking love both those movies, man.
Like, I watched that for an hour of it, and then I got busy and I completely forgot to finish. I was going through yesterday. I'm like, oh shit, I never finished that. Let me finish it now.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm down. 100%.
Oh, baby. But yeah, so Thursday night, Collector's Hideout will be discussing just horror movies in general, but part of it's going to be about especially weapons.
Yeah, I definitely want to touch base about the old crazy lady in it and what she actually has, what she's got on her plate, and a little bit of history behind there. Whether it's real or not, I don't know, but yeah, it'll be cool. So Johnny's doing the show, so I'm gonna go ahead and close this out and say thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. We got to talk about some toys, talk about a little bit of crazy, a little bit of insight of what's going on in our world this coming week, and getting ready for Collector's Hideout on Thursday, and Johnny getting ready for his show on the weekend. If you listen to it on Spotify, please check out one of our live shows. Subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. Tell your friends, tell your family, maybe not your small family, just a bigger family. And yeah, Weez, what you got?
I'll just so people know, I have a feeling with the way it works, Spotify will get these updates on Wednesday, and we do our show live on Tuesdays. So anybody who does listen to Spotify want to check us out, we are live Tuesday. You're just hearing this on Wednesday.
Beautiful.
Yep. And if you're on Spotify listening to this, go to YouTube. watch the video. You'll have lots
But
of
But
fun.
if you're also
There's
if you're on
cats.
YouTube watching this right now, go to Spotify and check us out there.
if you're not in one
Exactly.
place, go to the other place and do it now.
It's
Yes.
subscribe.
Hit
and do all
those
that
stupid
shit.
little buttons that say like and subscribe. The little notification, that way every time we
Go
load an
grab your
episode on
wife's
there.
phone. Go grab your fucking mom's phone, your grandma's phone. Subscribe. Let them all know.
Definitely grandma's
Yo,
phone. That'd
yeah.
be fucking great.
Abuela,
Do we have No Capes
come on,
audio?
you gotta listen to this.
Yeah, I got something.
Because we got to finish.
No cakes.
There it is. We out, bitch.